This mega snub of Meghan Markle is making Meghan Markle absolutely furious. What happened this time is what we will talk about in this video. But before we move on, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you're one of them, consider subscribing. Now let's talk about a few things before we get off with this particular incident. King Charles, he snubbed Meghan and Harry in his Christmas speech, and he praised selfless people. This was reported by Associated Press, published on December 25th, 2023, last year. Then there is another magazine that said, the name of the magazine was townandcountrymagazine.com. They published a report, or article I should say, December 4th, 2023, and they mentioned that Hugh Grosvenor, the 7th Duke of Westminster, will marry Olivia Henson next June at Chester Cathedral. That will happen in June. In that list of guests that they are planning to invite Meghan and Harry, they were snubbed. So you can see Meghan and Harry, they were snubbed from King Charles' speech, and now they're snubbed from this guest list. Then July 22nd, 2022, Cosmopolitan News channel article, they published a report and said, they basically took a look at how Prince Harry and Meghan Markle felt about his family photo not being included during the Queen's Christmas speech that was published on July 22, 2022. Again, Meghan and Harry, they were snubbed from that speech of the Queen, and they were also snubbed from that photo. What I'm trying to get you at is very clear, which is that, guys, Meghan and Harry, they have a history of getting snubbed. But this time, this snub is really hitting hard Meghan Markle, and how that is happening. So let's talk about this. So if you remember, January 8th, Golden Globe Award, everybody was there. The suit coasters of Meghan Markle, they were there. Patrick J. Adams, he was there. And he was asked this question about Meghan Markle. How do you feel about Meghan Markle, coming back to the industry, to Hollywood? What did he say? Well, he basically said, yeah, she is a great actor, and blah, 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 blah. It will be great if she comes back to the industry, and blah, 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 blah. But what people notice is that Patrick J. Adams, he very clearly alluded, not directly saying it, but he alluded that nobody wanted to work with Meghan Markle ever. This is what the royal watchers, they have observed, that these co-star, these workers, this colleague of Meghan Markle, they did not ever want to work with her. There was another news article published, I believe it was in 2015, showing that nobody was really happy working with Meghan Markle. I do not have the article, but it did claim something along that line, that nobody was happy. So you have seen how they were getting snubbed, Meghan Markle and Harry, and then voila, suit coaster, who Meghan could count on easily, that they will mention, was also getting snubbed. Meghan Markle was also getting snubbed. Now, that is not the reason I'm making this video. That's not what I'm talking about, or that's not what I want to talk about in this video only. There is something else to this, guys, something else to this. Meghan Markle, recently, there is an insider report that suggests that Meghan Markle was absolutely furious for getting snubbed this time. What kind of snub was this? Was this about she was not mentioned by Patrick J. Adams, or she was not mentioned by some Hollywood celebrity, or blah, 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 blah? No, it was actually something that she never, ever thought. She never, ever imagined. Because remember, okay, before I tell you what exactly happened, remember, understand this background. Meghan Markle did not go to the suit, the award function where these stars, they were receiving this, award and all that, because she believes she is higher than them, because she is now the Duchess, right? So she believes that her ego and her status is way higher than all of these awards and all of these, suit coasters and Patrick Adams, all of these people. She believes she is the diva. She is the, she should be put on a pedestal, right? That was the main reason. Understand this, because you have to understand this before you understand what I will say next. So when she was under this, a belief that, yeah, I'm the best, nobody is higher than me, even the Hollywood industry should bow down to me, they should, do some prostration to me, and then accept me as their queen. Oh my God, I'm the queen. I am the queen. Where you guys are? Where is my king? So when she was having those kind of belief, she noticed something very, very disturbing for her. Very, very disturbing for her. Not for us, because we know it was obvious it was going to happen. But for her, it was very, very disturbing and something she could not even accept. And that is that, guys, she noticed that the suit coaster, even though they said, yeah, we hope Meghan would come back to the industry and blah, 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 all of those things. But she actually looked into their social media accounts. Believe it or not, Meghan went to their social media accounts for what? Well, she went to their Facebook account, their Twitter, their Instagram, all of the social media. What she was looking for? She was looking for something that they would mention about Meghan Markle. A photo, at least, that they will share saying, oh, Meghan Markle, BFF, the best friend, we miss you. But she was absolutely furious because she did not see one single picture, one single mentioning of her in those coasters' social media account. She never saw one. Well, how would she find out? Obviously, social media these days, if you are a public figure, all your posts are public, right? It doesn't take too long for me to find out what, for example, Elon Musk is tweeting, or what this guy is tweeting, or what that guy is tweeting, who are, celebrity or who is famous all over the world, who are known to the world. Meghan did exactly the same thing, but she couldn't find any post about her saying that they were actually missing her. Now, this snub, don't go anywhere. This Mega SNUB is now making Meghan Markle so furious that she is not seeing any future with the suit coaster, and she is now under this, belief that it was the right decision that she snubbed them. Well, guess what, Meghan Markle? You did not snub them only. They also snubbed you. Basically means you are nobody to them, as I always refer her as the Duchess of Nobody. Now, there is another thing that I also want to make mention of. Very, very interesting. Now, Meghan Markle, obviously, she said this, she said that, and then the suit coaster did not mention about anything about her, and she was like, yeah, so I'm gonna be snubbing this Golden Globe award. I'm not gonna go there. But what was also very, very interesting to note was that she was not even invited to the Golden Globe. Right? So forget about getting a award, forget about getting snubbed. She was not even invited to be snubbed. So she is below a snub. She's below of someone who would even think of her getting snubbed. I mean, you see my point? Like, you will get snubbed, okay, if you are being considered. Okay, so yeah, Meghan is there. We're not going to invite her. That's one thing. But the other thing is that she was never in anybody's mind. She was never in anybody's mind. So Golden Globe Award had no problem snubbing her whatsoever, and she is getting a snub. And now she is furious. I will post these subtitles of this video in the video after I'm done. I will type it in manually, guys, because a lot of you have asked me about the subtitles. Thank you again for joining this session. I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.